Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you are new here, I am Andrew and I do live here in Los Cristianos in Tenerife. I have done for the last 9 years. If you're returning, a big welcome back. Now this video is all about tips and of course a warning for this winter in the Canaries. That applies to all of the islands: Lanzarote, Gran Canaria, Tenerife. These 3 tips will help you out if you're on your way over this winter. A few things to look out for. Some of them you may have already heard me mention on the channel before, but it's always good to remind everyone. People always do forget, and we are heading into our peak season for the winter. So I'm going to jump right in with my 3 tips for this winter. So starting off, it is a bit more of a warning than a tip. It's a bit of both, and that is of course to be very careful with pickpockets, thieves, people breaking into cars, possibly even apartments. Winter time is when we see the most tourists over here on the islands, and that of course brings with it opportunists. We have thieves who fly in just to do all this pickpocketing and things like that. Always, every single winter we see it, and I'm going to remind you all to please be very, very careful. I've got a rent-a-car company over here which I've had for 6 years, and I see the pattern every single year running from October through to March. Cars getting broken into all the time, where people have left things inside. They're pulling up in Masca, Teide over here in Tenerife, and the cars are getting broken into, windows are getting smashed, or they pop the door locks to take the items out of the car. I'm seeing more and more posts again regarding pickpockets. I've got one on my Facebook group here from last night. Again, reminding everyone to be careful because their partner was they attempted to pickpocket and steal his wallet. So it's just a reminder to be very, very careful. I would not really carry a wallet around. Men, if you're around, just take a bit of cash out with you or your card. Phones, be very careful just leaving them on tables or having them hanging out of your pocket. Just be very, very careful. I'm going to read this out, what this lady posted on my Facebook group as regards to last night. This was in Los Cristianos. Someone just tried to rob us at the roundabout on our way up to Hotel Los Alicios at around 1 a.m. He tried distracting my husband, and I realised what he was doing and that he had stolen my husband's wallet. Shouted to my husband and he grabbed him, and obviously they fought, and I grabbed the wallet from the thief's hand, not before my husband had managed to shove him out the way, and he ran off. So they got the wallet back, but point is here, they are very, very clever at what they do. They're opportunists, but they know exactly what they're doing. They know how to distract you, how to get the wallet out of your back pocket without you even noticing. All of those distraction methods going on. So do please be very careful. They do unfortunately target older people, older couples. If you're walking around in quiet, dark areas, just be careful, have your wits about you, maybe jump in a taxi. People say to me that this is just isolated to Tenerife. It's certainly not. I see it in all of the groups, the Gran Canaria group, the Lanzarote groups. These are all over the islands. Tenerife gets it a little bit more just because we are so busy. We are a little bit busier than the other islands in my opinion. So we do see it a lot more because obviously we've got more numbers over here. I think they've also got a lot more opportunity over here as well with the amount of attractions and things like that. So we see it on all of the islands. People get pickpocketed every single day. You see it all over Europe. You see it in the UK as well. People say this is just common sense, but people come over here, they're in the sunshine, they switch off, they don't realise it looks like this gorgeous idyllic island. Everyone's so friendly, no one would ever steal my wallet. So it's just a reminder to look after yourselves. You can maybe get one of those money belts as well. You see them on Amazon and they tuck under your waistband and you can keep your cash in there. But every single week I see it happening, and if I can save any of you from getting pickpocketed or your car broken into and your items stolen, apartments as well, make sure you're locking all of your doors, your windows. If you've got those metal gates on your apartment, lock them, because there is opportunists around, particularly in the winter. As I've said, they fly in from various locations. Again, you can't pinpoint where they're all coming from. There's a whole different all different nationalities are at it, pickpocketing, robbing people. So do be very careful. If you are careful, you have a great time, nothing will happen. But I see these stories and I do like to remind people about it. So if you've got any tips or tricks regarding avoiding pickpockets or what you would do let me know down in the comments. So that is obviously my first big tip and warning, is to look after yourselves. Look after your partners, your friends, your family. If you're out having a few drinks, etc., just keep an eye on your valuables. A lot of people say leave your valuables at home, you know, your fancy watches, stuff like that. Just come out and relax and enjoy yourselves. My next obviously warning is, as I've mentioned, the winter time is our biggest period, our busiest time as well. And then with that does come limited availability on excursions, restaurants, bars. So any of those that you'd like to do, my big tip here, second tip of the video, is to make sure you book in advance. So if you've got a particular restaurant you'd like to do for Christmas Eve or New Year's or January, February, March, all of those busy times, make sure you book in advance. It's the same with the excursions, rent-a-cars, boat trips, trips up Tady, coach trips, all of that. It's very busy, so make sure you book in advance. That is my big tip for you all, is to get those reservations in nice and early, and then you've got it locked in and secure. People don't realise, a lot of people, chatting to people when they come in the office, they're like, oh, so is this your quiet time now when they come and pick up the cars, October, November? And a lot of people don't realise that for the Canaries, it's very different to Spain. We are the busiest in the winter. So summer's great, summer's busy, but the winter time is our busiest time. So that's when we see the most tourists over here, things booking up. So a lot of people don't realise that. This is our busy period now, October through to March. Make those reservations nice and early. My third tip of the video is to, of course, look after yourselves in terms of the sun. We still see so many people passing out, having sunstroke, with sunburn with blisters, really bad burning, because they come over here in the winter and they think, oh, it's winter time, you know, the sun's out, but it's not going to burn me. You know, a bit like in the UK, you get a sunny day in the winter, don't really get burned. We see it all the time. Make sure you look after yourself. I would recommend a minimum of factor 30 for the winter, possibly even factor 50 if you are sensitive to it. Wearing a hat, drinking plenty as well, because it's still very hot. We're still getting temperatures of 28 degrees at the moment, and we're on the 21st of October, 28 degrees. We had 30 odd degrees last week. The sun is very strong, and we see it so many times catching people out. They don't put the sun cream on, they don't look after themselves, they go and lay at the beach, and then you see them the next few days, they're coming in to rent a car because they can't be out in the sun. They want to sit in the car and drive around and avoid the sun because they're burnt and they're sore, and you know, they're not sleeping very well because you're so, you know, sore with your skin. So that's my third tip, is to, of course, look after yourselves with the sunshine, wear protection. My best recommendation for sun cream, if you're from the UK, is the Boots Sultan. Very good stuff, that. 5-star UVA and 5-star UVB rated, and it's very good value. It's not expensive. You can pick it up in the airport or pick it up from Boots, and really good value, that stuff, and good quality. That's what I use over here, living here. So that is my recommendations. 3 tips there. Look after yourselves in terms of thieves, your valuables, keep your wits about you. People getting pickpocketed all the time. Do be very careful. Don't leave any valuables in cars. Don't leave anything on show in your apartment. Lock things away in the safe. Just look after yourselves. Don't do anything out here that you wouldn't do at home. If you wouldn't leave your phone on the table at the restaurant and stuff at home, don't do it over here, because the same opportunist thieves are around. Second tip, of course, make sure you book everything in advance that you want to do this winter. Siam Park, boat trips, whatever it is, book it in advance to avoid missing out. Some places doing Christmas dinner, if you're here at Christmas, are already booked and sold out already for Christmas dinner. So make sure you book nice and early. And of course, our third one, look after yourselves with the sun cream. You don't want to get skin cancer or skin conditions. It is quite serious. So look after yourselves, look after your skin, get that protection on, get your hat on. You might look like a Wally. I look like a Wally in a hat, but it is important to look after yourselves. So there's my 3 little tips for this winter. If you've got any more, do let me know down in the comments. If you're looking for a cheap break over here this winter, the prices have come down. As of 20th of October, we've seen the flight prices come down quite a lot. People picking them up for 70, 80, 90 quid return. Some people have picked them up for £100 return with a bag and reserved seats and stuff. So prices are coming down. I understand there is cost of living crisis, especially in the UK, but we are seeing prices come down. We're seeing some sales and discounts on the hotels as well. So if you're looking for a last minute break, jump on Skyscanner, have a little look. Whichever island it is, you will find the cheaper deals. You just got to be a little bit flexible and just do a bit of hunting around, keep digging. If you look one day and it's too expensive, have another look a few days later. Prices do vary all the time. So try and get yourselves out here for some gorgeous sunshine. We've got to be the best place to come in the winter for the sunshine, especially if you're in Europe. We're the closest place for the sunshine before you start going off to, you know, Africa and America, etc. This is where you come. 24 degrees, blue skies, sunshine, boat trips, swimming in the sea, scuba diving, snorkeling, hiking, trips up the volcano, you name it, we've got it all going on. But either way, have a fantastic winter time. If you're on your way over, look after yourselves. I hope this video has helped. If it has, do please give a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe as well. Lots of live streams on the channel coming up. Lots of videos over the winter period here in Tenerife. We normally put a video out every single day, so make sure you do hit the subscribe. It's all completely free, and I hope that does help. Stride on and look after yourselves.